Inversions, so hold it up high. Because at the end of the day, every single round is on you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. With that, the mark of a fighter.
What's going on, everybody? Joe Nutter with you. It's a Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. Since we did an NBA, that stuff was the play-in tournament with Alec Nava. So we had that in-season tournament. It was Indiana Boston now in the Eastern Conference Finals. So we'll get settled on ESPN. I'll take you through it. For the start, Pacers are 47-35, 8-5 in the postseason. They beat Milwaukee and they took New York to 7 games, but they were able to come out ahead at MSG. Their lineup sounds like this. I'll make sure it's synonymous with my notes. Tyrese, Haliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Nesmith, Pascal, Siakam, and Myles. On the bench, it'll be TJ McConnell, Ben Sheppard, Isaiah Jackson. It'll be Toppin. Extras probably don't play as much unless there's a blowout situation. Kendall Brown, Jarace Walker, Doug McDermott, James Johnson. He's still around. Yes, he is. And Jaylen Smith. Remember him from the Phoenix Suns. So Rick Carlisle, I think it's nothing short of spectacular. I don't think too many people pick the Indiana Pacers to even make the play. Playing and everything else is a little bit different now because teams that are seeded 7, 8, 9, 10 have a chance to get into the postseason. I don't particularly care for that. I don't particularly care for the loss, some of the other things, not because I'm a bitter Pistons fan either, but some interesting decisions for Adam Silver, but at least he's not trying to keep status quo, but it's a little bit. Celtics, well, they've been dominant in the East all year, 64-18, 8-2 in the playoffs. Head coach Joe Muzzulla. They beat Miami and again, their starters are Jrue Holiday, Derrick White, Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, and Al Horford. Payton, Pritchard, Sam Hauser, Luke Kornet will be on the bench. And then the extras probably aren't going to play today. Jaden Springer, Jordan Walsh, Svi Mikhailuk, O'Shea Brissett, Xavier Tillman, who was out, and Miss Queta. Kristaps Porzingis is still out for Boston. And Bennedict Mathurin, the sixth man, the guy that can start as well for Indiana, he is out. So I am wondering, I threw this in the YouTube side because it's been a while since we covered an NBA game. How far are you taking it? 4, 5, 6, or 7? Because the Indiana Pacers in the regular season and the season tournament and all that stuff, they've done pretty well against Boston. This is one of those teams that can score a ton of points. Indiana, pretty much first in offense. They lost game 1 and last 4 series played by a 22-plus point differential in game 1. So this is saying that the Boston Celtics should win big. Although I will say this, for Indiana, they're not really concerned about defense. They're about running north-south and trying to score as many points as they can. And for Boston, I know fans are probably tired of, Eastern Conference Finals. It's kind of like how it was with the Pistons back in the day for me between 05, 06 in that span when you made 4 straight Eastern Conference Finals, 2 finals, you won one of those. And again, I still have the horrific memories of Rasheed Wallace being wide open in the San Antonio Spurs on the other side and not covering Robert Horry. But you might get tired of that for the Boston Celtics on the side of always being there and not getting across the line. But this is a veteran-laden group now with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and this might be their best chance to get it done. So immediately, Indiana's first possession is a turnover, and Jaylen Brown's going to rock the rim. He's going to go ahead and take a tough tumble, but immediately Boston gets the steal with the dynamic duo of Tatum and Brown throws it down. So we're off and running here. Pascal Siakam, Euro lap. He gets swatted by Al Horford. And now we'll take this right to left, but we get a whistle on the floor. They're calling a goaltending, and that was about 7 seconds late on Al Horford. And he looks like he had just seen a ghost as far as that call. This was, I don't even think it was on its way to the backboard yet. That looks like a clean block. I think we might already get a coach's challenge, and I'm talking 35 seconds into this. So I'll just take a pause in the recorder. I think we'll take a challenge and take a break. 35 seconds in, we already got to pay bills. So I think this ESPN box is going to be out of mine. I certainly think that the Celtics are winning this challenge. In. I mean, we're already taking a timeout, so I guess it's good for the corporations here, but come on.
Some of you have really minds in business. No, not you. Or you. You handle expenses with QuickBooks. And you pay all your employees easily and accurately. And you have a business bank account with market-leading APY. Get the full picture of your business on one platform. Now with expert help when you need it. That's how your business differs.
Oh my goodness, NBA. Come on. We don't need 7 minutes of commercials here through 35 seconds of action. You're killing me. I want to cover your sport, but this is beyond ridiculous. Let's go. You're going to make me rant here. We just.
Don't want to miss a matchup. Just tell Siri. Show me the playoff basketball schedule.
Well, I apologize, guys. About 7 minutes of commercials through 35. Now we're going to get the call overturned. We're just checking back in at about 7 minutes of commercials here, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get the call overturned. So, Celtics 120.6 as points per game, 123.3 for the Pacers. So, took them about 7 hours to overturn this call, but here we are. It's Jayson Tatum. He's got this at the Celtics logo, Lucky Leprechaun, as this is being defended by Tyrese Haliburton. Haliburton now is backed up for Tatum. Post fade. This misses just off the front of the rim, and good tip for Jrue Holiday, who knocks down the left wing three. 5-0 Boston. As Haliburton. Andrew Nembhard up the back down to Derrick White. It's kind of interesting to see that, and this was a wild pass. Recollected now for Aaron Nesmith, the former Celtic. That's easily read. Pocket pass. Jaylen Euro layup puts it in. 7-0 Boston. These are from Indiana just turning the ball over too recklessly, and it's going to cost them. Nembhard. That was almost given right to Derrick White, and a layup attempt for Pascal Siakam is bricked. Here's Derrick White down the lane. Baseline. 9-0 Boston. 10:05. 5 are the C's. 0-2 is Indiana. And Pascal Siakam stopped the hemorrhaging. Pascal from 10, way off the front of the rim. He's going to get his own rebound back, though. He almost gets pilfered by Derrick White. Well, back down Tatum again. Tried off the edge of the glass and rebounded by Jrue Holiday. What a pickup he has been for Boston. Right wing at the elbow. Here's a spin. Wide open Holiday for 3. And that already would have been 12-0 Celtics if he would have hit it. Nesmith puts his head down. He can't make the easy layup. My, oh my. Derrick White now going to try to take this right to left. The Celtics are in the home white with the green stripe, yellow with the blue stripe. Here's Horford, left wing corner 3. Al Horford, Mr. Consistency, still getting it done. And Rick Carlisle, he might want to get his plane tickets back to the field house. 12-0 Boston. This is the second timeout already. The Celtics retain theirs from the chat. Just kicking them, beating them mercifully now. I wanted to say other words, but we're early in this cast. 9:16 left in the first.
Introducing the most powerful Tacoma ever. Also known as the seriously wrong hat. Or the whoa hat. And even no necklace to handle. Standard of the all-new Toyota Tacoma.
Now, if you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Michigan calling. Tony Sarah Highland Nissan and Grand Blanc Nissan have your answer. We offer a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles and the Tony Sarah promise. Now is the time to save thousands of pre-owned vehicles. Zero down and low monthly payment options are available. Drive with confidence knowing that your pre-owned vehicle has
I know it's been a while since I covered an absurdity. Honestly, this is absolutely ridiculous. It's like 7 minutes of commercials for 2 minutes of action each time. I understand we got to pay bills and corporations got to make money, but even on the hockey side, you could cut this by 75%. $12-0 Boston. Again, we've only had about 4 minutes of action.
Tonight's access brought to you by Brooks. They're showing us switch everything on the ball, too. Just pay attention. On your flip, pay attention. They're switching everything. Here we go, let's go.
See if the Pacers can do anything here. And Nesmith off the timeout. Derrick White, easy in transition. It's Brown. He tried to lob for Tatum. He could have taken it himself, but he wanted the showtime as Nembhard We'll get this. Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Haliburton thought about it. Back to Andrew. Here's a turnaround over Tatum. He's got to pass out. Opportunity now for Myles Turner. Put it on the deck. He's getting pushed by Al Horford. He gets the pass to Nembhard. Now right elbow. Pascal Siakam against Jrue Holiday. He's got to score this. And now 12-2. It's their first basket for Indiana, the 8:30 marker. And then Tatum just goes right down the lane and lays it in. This is inexcusable tight defense here for Indiana. As Myles Turner, again, they're not a defensive team, but you can't just allow layups. And Pascal Siakam with 4 straight for the Payton. Someone's got a pulse there. Extra pass. Horford going to launch a 3. Again, he was all alone. As Tyrese Haliburton will take it left to right. Got Derrick White. Here's an extra pass for Nembhard, about 25. He knocks it down. So Pacers, they had used that timeout, and it's a 2 run for Indiana. It's 14-7 the score. 7:45 left to go in the first round here with Nicole and TD Garden in Boston for game. It is Myles Turner and Jaylen Brown. Brown wanted a isolation on Myles. You get it now with 5 seconds left, and Horford gets so much space to shoot it, as nobody really wanted to contest. Pascal Siakam did not look interested. And Nesmith, Tyrese Haliburton. Right, here's a pivot, and this is tapped by Myles Turner. Long outlet pass, and get the hands on it. This Tyrese would add an easy layup. But Pascal Siakam, I think he might have got fortunate that Al Horford just missed a couple threes. I know on the right wing side that time, but I mean, he's all alone. There wasn't even anyone in his face. I know Siakam's there, but unless you're going to contest, there's no such thing as a ghost contest. This isn't NBA. So Obi Toppin will check in for the first time, former New York Knick. Again, the Pacers had just moved on from his former team in 7. As Rick Carlisle looks the same that I remember him as, but a lot more hair before Larry Brown on the Pistons side. This is Tatum who puts it in, right in off the inbound pass. 16-7 with 7 minutes left to go in the first thereabouts. Tyrese, he cans a 3. Indiana now only down 6. It's a lot different from the 12-0 start, but it is a game of run. Quickly, 7 of 11 field goal shooting, and 4 of 11 on the other side for Indiana. Here's Jaylen Brown. TJ McConnell, he'll give it out to Derrick White instead. He hits it off the backboard and in and knocks down top of the key 3. 6:35 left to go in this first. 3 for 6 are the C's, 2 for 4 the Pacers from downtown. Myles Turner, he's still out there. It's TJ running the point. He used to be the backup for the 76ers. As it's McConnell, right elbow. Trying to go baseline on Holiday. Reverse lay-in over Jrue. That's a good move for TJ McConnell. He's a little bit undersized. Jrue Holiday. Horford puts the ball in the deck. Now he works his way into the post. That was a confident move there from Big Al. He got it done. 21-12. Here's a pocket pass. Myles Turner missed it up the front of the rim, but we're going to get a foul on Boston. 5:56. Horford, that is only his first. Thankfully, in this game at least, there have not been a lot of foul calls. There have been a lot of commercials, though. So a little bit ahead of my coverage here on the TV side. Again, streaming with 4K Fire Stick Max. It's the only way I can watch TV in here. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do it at all. Luke Kornet's going to check in for Al Horford, who's had a pretty good start to this game. We'll sit down. Again, the Celtics run about 9 plays. Pacers could run about the same amount. You shorten your rotations in the postseason for sure. Myles Turner does make both. Payton Pritchard will be the trigger man from Jayson Tatum. As he's got the ball, here's a pass for Tatum. A float attempt and a foul as the man from Duke will go to the free. Again, several years ago when Tatum was drafted, talked about the Celtics moved down, and they still got the man that they wanted. Probably the best one in that draft class, Jayson Tatum. I know Kendrick Perkins had said something earlier today, a few hours ago, about he's not really a good closer, and Got to figure out things. I mean, I think they put way too much pressure on Jayson Tatum. Is he never below a top 5 player in the NBA? Again, 5th East Finals appearance in 7 seasons. You get close. He hasn't won yet. He's going to win one. Jayson Tatum makes both. 23-14. As it's Tyrese Haliburton still out there. Screen from Turner. Haliburton to Turner. Puts his head down. Now he tries to overpower. Look, Kornet. That's easy. Does it there. 23-16. Tatum. Full court pressure. Derrick White almost ran out of bounds. Try to pick up that ball. Now crosses the logo. Derrick White now to Tatum. Shot clock down to 10. Reverse lay-in. He had to switch hands from right to left to avoid the block. He did so successfully. 25-16 is the score. Pacers started 0 of 6 since they're 6 of 7, but now they threw the ball out of bounds. 5-10. Careless turnover there. Celtics only up at 9. It could be a lot worse. It was a 12-0 run to start. That was the largest lead. Payton Pritchard might be able to get to the lane. Luke Kornet extra pass. Jaylen Brown left wing 3. Too strong. And this is recollected here for the Pacers. Tyrese. McConnell. Here is Turner. But he was open and he missed it. Outlet pass from Tatum to Pritchard. Pritchard will step back and start again on the right elbow. Screen from Tatum. Pritchard still rocking the handle. Kornet extra pass Derrick White. Good off-ball screen. That was an excellent play, but White could, as this will be recollected here for the Pacers. The right wing side puts the head down as Obi Toppin, and Turner is there to clean up the mess. Myles Turner with an easy 2, 25-18, 4:10 left to go in the first. Honestly, it feels like I haven't left calling a basketball game. I call hockey and Major League Baseball practice and all that, but still fun. We haven't called one in a while. These are 2 fun teams to watch. Tatum, top of the key 3, too short off the front of the rim. And a rebound there for Toppin. We'll settle it back up. Right wing side gets a screen from Toppin away from Derrick White. Entry pass, Obi Toppin. That was against Payton Pritchard. That's too much size. 25-20 is about 2 feet. Indiana has taken the 12-0 run, and they've responded quite well. They're only down 5 now. Jaylen Brown, series of up fakes. What a move over Myles Turner. He bought everything that he was selling there. Gets an easy basket. TJ right wing is across the timeline. Jaylen Brown 6.4. Screen from Tyrese. Turner open from 12. Missed it up in front of the rim. That was an excellent effort there from Indiana to try to get the rebound, but Tatum shrugs off the contact. Tatum tries to get to the rim. He can't lay it in, though. McConnell lob attempt. This one for Obi. Good hustle from the C's to knock that one away. 3 minutes left to go in the first as the Celtics will get the ball back. 7-point lead. Luka Doncic and Anthony Edwards. That is Wednesday, 8:30 on TNT. TNT's got the Western Conference side this year. ESPN has the East, and I bet that Charles, Shaq, and Kenny and Ernie are happy that they do have the West because a lot of people are going to be turning into that. I'm starting with the East because also I didn't want to miss the New York Rangers and the Florida Panthers. We're doing that one tomorrow. That's going to be one of my favorite series probably of all the sports. Payton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown. There's a floater from 12. And Jaylen has looked good in this first. So is Horford. Timeout at Carlisle. 9-point lead for Boston.
Available cables in 14 views. So you can focus on the view that really matters. Don't miss a thing. Chevy's got Chevrolet. I buy concert tickets for a friend's birthday, but I don't want to. Well, we have deals or a future that helps you find the best seats for the day and a half. Can you find the worst seats? He's a tool.
9-point lead for the Boston Celtics going up against the Pacers in their head coach, Carlisle. Carlisle, former third-round pick of the Celtics back in 1984. 3 years with Boston. It was one of their championship teams. If you ask him about what was, he says, I was let out. That was so important because there were, for him, legendary moments.
So the Pacers have the ball inside off the spin. This is a good lead for TJ McConnell. Good unselfish pass there for Indiana. Right out in front of McConnell gets a red carpet lay-in. Holiday, right elbow. He'll put the ball down to the rack. He tried to get the reverse layup over Isaiah Jackson. Outstretched pass, and Obi Toppin. Tough catch in between two Celtics. Fights off the contact as it's only a 5-point lead for Boston, 29-24. 8-0 bench points for Indiana. Horford checks back in. He misses a 3 from the left wing, so he shot 2 from the left, 2 from the right. And where is this ball going to stay? Looks like this might be Indiana's. The look ahead for Obi Toppin, he just runs right down the floor and scores. Now Isaiah Jackson catches an Indy flop off the spin. Here's Nesmith. He falls down hard. Makes this pass, though. Now TJ McConnell. They'll try to get around Horford. Go baseline. Obi Toppin. Try to shoot this one. Hauser. No problem with the hand right in his face. And Indiana now only down 3. It was a 12-0 run. 1:20 left to go in this first. Jaylen Brown. As this will be Sam Hauser back to Jaylen at the logo. He's got to go now. Seconds. Right down the lane and lays it in. So Boston is just torching Indiana in the paint. None of these guards care about that size mismatch. McConnell miss up in front of the rim, and Jrue, he's got it. Well, put his head down. Extra pass, and this doesn't find anybody, but I think it got deflected, though. 57 seconds left to go in the first turn. I'm with you. The TD Garden in Boston. It is the Pacers. It's been a fun contest so far. Fast pace, up and down. Again, I'm looking at the chat, and thank you for any votes that come across this. And how many games does this Pacers-Celtics series go? We already got a Celtics in 5 on this side. I imagine most people are going to think that the Celtics will win this one clean. I'm going to go Celtics in 6. I do think the Pacers get a couple games here. Payton Pritchard, 3-pointer. He knocks it down. Right in off the inbounds from the right elbow. 34-26. 2 of 5 from 3. 4 of 11 for Boston. We'll get this now for Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin hits the 3. He's had some excellent bench production. Now, again, Indiana only now 5. Here's a good deflection from Obi. He's been everywhere. TJ McConnell. He's running a lot of this point right now. Sheppard. Now to TJ. TJ gets it to Sheppard. Tries to go off the sideline. Siakam. What a beautiful touch pass. Nobody picked up Toppin right in front of the goal here. 34-31. So Indiana is shaking off that horrible start. Now this is a high-scoring first. Tatum. He's got the last shot. Down to 2. Extra pass. What a deflection again. And another stop for Indiana. It's a 3-point lead for Boston. I mean, you feel like it should be a lot more. Indiana made a great close. That was a pretty good first quarter. 34-31 after 1.
Work with principal so we can help you help run the retirement benefits plan that's right for him. Let our expertise round out yours.
Cheese, beef, grill, whatever this good, it's made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 opportunities for just $5 at Burger King.
All right, who called for ludicrous? Sorry, you ready? This is ludicrous. You don't tell ludicrous what's ludicrous. Ludicrous tells you what's ludicrous. Well, that is. You don't need me for this. Like a good day, but State Farm is there. If they get State Farm, just call the thing on the app. Regardless. Guess I can go.
What you mean roll out?
No, enough.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's story moment driven by Nissan. Keeping
Some miscues early by the Pacers. When you have a running team you're facing, can you get out and run yourself? Play off your defense, get a number advantage.
wrong turn. Hey, Google, play drive music. With nothing but no sorry about
The new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Get 0% APR finance for 36 months over platinum, or get 1.9% APR finance for the trip. Chipotle's Chicken Al Pastor is back, and it's fire on every level. Fresh chicken, hot off the grill, mixed with burrito peppers, a splash of pineapple, and fresh lime. It's where fire meets flavor. Chipotle's Chicken Al Pastor. The wait is over.
Welcome back to the Eastern Conference Finals presented by AT&T. Myles, thank you for the first time. Just a 3-point game. What do you like about the way you guys responded?
Yeah, that's due to the playoffs. You know, they hit first, but we responded pretty well. Got to a great possible minimum and scored. Now we try to build on it.
Tatum and Brown hurt you in that first quarter. What do you have to do different or better offensively?
Some of them made it up. We know what exactly the team effort and going together help our guys.
Pritchard. Goes out for Pritchard off the bench. Celtics back up by 6. Boston was great during the regular season at home. Sheppard can't answer. Tatum tips it. Didn't lose both games too. Miami quick times. And surprisingly lost a bunch of games last couple of years.
So Payton Pritchard will check in and knock down a 3 as we've started the second. 10:55 left to go in it. John under with the McConnell. Tatum's going to shoot a right wing 3. This one get blocked by Jackson, capped by Pritchard. Make the effort there for Payton as Joe Muzzulla looks on. Again, he's a young head coach. Again, for all the stuff that we've done out with Ime Udoka over the years, now it's Muzzulla's team as McConnell. Now for Andrew Nembhard, we'll take the Siakam. Nembhard still top the key. Got Sam Hauser in his grill. Off the spin, McConnell. That was a great move, but it was $1 million move and a 10-cent finish. You couldn't buy it. Cleaned up by Hauser. Given to Payton Pritchard from Jrue Holiday, so you got double guard rotation. Pritchard, step back. Sweet move for Payton Pritchard. Knocks down the mid-range. He's got 5 straight to open the second quarter. Now TJ. Tyrese Haliburton's getting an extended rest as 39-31 is the score. Nesmith puts the ball on the deck. Now Pascal Siakam exchange with a screen. Perfect defense, but Nesmith still hits it. He hit that one from 10. 39-33, Boston. Holiday. He's getting spun on a bounce all the way across the place, and this one will stay with Boston. So Payton Pritchard uses the off arm, buys some space, but will from in tight and knocks that one down. That's good work. He almost got hit on the top of the dome. I mean, TJ did everything he could do there. Still couldn't stop Payton Pritchard. Here's a trigger off the out of bounds for Sam Hauser. And this will go the other way in a careless pass there for Ben Sheppard. He might go take a seat right after that as Tyrese Haliburton looks like he had a pain in his stomach when he saw that pass. 9 of 30 left to go in the second. Here's Horford. He goes for the big jam over the top of the defense. And he can't finish it. He took a shot in the face, but they'll go to the line and shoot two.
A set piece for the Boston Celtics, once again using Jayson Tatum as a screener. They've had a ton of success already in this game with Tatum screening because Indiana Pacers don't want to switch and create. Sudden Tatum has an advantage.
So Al Horford cut on the bridge of his nose. Just a small one there. Sheppard got a piece of it. And now Al Horford, time Atlanta Hawk, pretty much his second career here with Boston after pretty much being let go by OKC. He's kind of found a home here in TD Garden, and he's done quite well. He's going to have a Hall of Fame career when it's all said and done, but I'd like to see him get a ring. I think he really deserves it. Al Horford made the first and the second as well. 41-33 is the lead as ballooned back up to 8. Opportunity now for the Pacers to see what they could do. Andrew Nembhard, extra pass. Nesmith lets it go over Holiday. Again, good defense. This one is touched by Indiana. They're going to say that it's going to be their ball. And Horford's cut all over on the bridge of his nose is starting to open up. Most career playoff games without John Stockton 182, Karl Malone 193. But I think he can win it. Here is an opportunity for a good Nesmith, the former Celtic. That was over Horford. Now Tatum try to take this right to left for the rest of the half. Horford step back. He gets his space. Now only activate with the ball. Off the back down. Here's a move to the left. Kisses it off the glass and gets the foul. Al Horford going to go to the line for an and one. And one of the Celtics is absolutely screaming. He's going to lose his voice as that one was over Jaylen Smith. And no problem there for Al. Al's got a couple inches there, but he does have a little more height and weight mismatch, I think, over Smith. That's going to be tough for him as they're going over that bridge and they're making sure as he goes to the line. So they'll get that all maybe stitched up by the time that the half ends. So in starts, 33 games, 10 points per 6.7 rebounds. Off the bench, 6.9, but he still gets 6 rebounds. So he's mixed in starts and off the bench. Western Conference Finals Game 1, but Al Horford, even though he's 36 years old now, he still looks like he's in his mid-20s. Takes good care of himself. Off the front of the rim and bounces away. As Nembhard, he put his turbo on and then a gigantic. That was too easy because he got the whole lane. Holiday will get this off the trigger. Toppin went for a steal. Now back to Horford. He was left alone. So Horford's not been sharp from 3. He's been sharp from inside the paint, though. 43-37. Joe Muzzulla is going to wonder what the call is going to be. So Luke Kornet, they said Celtics offensive team rebound. Was this last touched off tips of, I think, Nembhard. They've got a piece of the third attempt off the trigger. So look Kornet, right for Jaylen Brown. Brown, series of up fakes, try to shoot it over Obi. Toppin, I don't know how he hit it, but he did. 45 to 37, 6 feet, makes it. Tyrese Haliburton's back in. He's going to finish off the half. Here's an opportunity, Nembhard. Too strong. Look Kornet now. There for Tatum. Derrick White. See, he shaved it off from a few years ago. Inside to Jrue Holiday. It's a 10-point lead back for Boston. And Rick Carlisle forced to take another time more. 8:01 left to go in the second. We'll take another break.
The offensive player that he was at different stops in his career. But when Jrue Holiday has a mismatch down low, he can still finish.
You call them the Watchers. There are a few rules. Do not turn your back to the mirror. Do not open the door after dark. Do not leave clothes. Always stay in the light. Did you break the rules? I'm not supposed to be here. And I'm not staying here.
Watchers only in theaters June 7th. Man, we can't buy your bucket. You know you do. Your team can't buy a bucket. You can say buy a bucket with your own. No. You bucket, Mr. Manning?
Oh, who ordered these? Look at us.
You think you're slick. You're not slick.
I got you this label right here.
I know I've messed up in the past. From now on, there will be $0
delivery fee.
With Dash Pass, pay $0 delivery fee on DoorDash.
To zero.
Dash Pass. Your door to $0 delivery fees. DoorDash.
Football's oldest teams. Built on history and pageantry. Monocle crowns and homegrown heroes. Hollywood stars and giant killers. Magical cup runs by unlikely heroes. Oh, that is brilliant! And screaming winners. Lots of singing on Wembley weekends. For the love of football. For the love of the FA Cup. Welcome back. NBA Playoffs presented by Google Pixel. Norris.
Now Horford. Swoop and push Jaylen through and then get back and block the shot. And offensive rebounding, yes, I can't get enough with a tip to my teammate. Get him in space. Can he guard Mr. Turner? You bet. Keep him in front. Pressure, pressure, pressure. And then attack Jalen Smith, who had played all but 35 minutes in the postseason. He's prideful. And if I miss shots, I'm flexing, Tito. Not because of who he is as a basketball player, but the man he raised. I mean, this guy is just absolutely incredible.
He's always flexible. By the way, Al Horford is 2 years older than his head.
Pacers had possession. They turn it over immediately from the first part of the break. 7:45 left to go in the half. Here is Hero step. We'll get this pass inside. Somehow get it back from Luke Kornet. Now he's got it at the left elbow, and it's knocked away for Pascal Siakam. 8 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Again, they mentioned Al Horford's got 2 years as senior to Joe Muzzulla. Luke Kornet, extra pass. Tatum went for a dunk, but he heard the whistle. So I think this is going to go the other way. It would be an offensive foul on a screen. Toppin, little push off. That's what Tatum got. He shoved Toppin. So turned over. Here's a floater for Tyrese, too strong off the back iron. Picked up now. We'll take this across the timeline. Brown, left paint. We'll go for a half pivot. A high arc, and this is picked up for Sheppard. Now across for Nembhard. Now an opportunity for Turner, top of the key. He hits the three. 47-40. Indiana's been able to stay right there. Long outstretch pass for Derrick White. He's got it now, left elbow. He's near the midcourt as this is picked up for Derrick White. Missed the three, and this bounces off. Last touched by 6:43 left to go in the second as Myles Turner, top of the key three, knocked that down, no problem from the right wing. That was off the replay. 6:35 left to go in this first half. Opportunity Nembhard. Turner goes for the elevator finish. Kornet was there. He got a hand, but he couldn't cover the ball. And now 47-42. Indiana back within 5. They've been close. They've been kind of circling around. They were down as many as 12. Tatum. He has to put the ball back. Give it to Payton. Pritchard. He's going to start to dribble again. Half spin and throws it down baseline and draws the foul. This one against Toppin. So Toppin got it the first time for the offensive foul. And Tatum said, you know what? I'm going to take this right wing baseline. I'm going to throw it down in the grill. And that's what Tatum does. And oh, by the way, he's one of the best free throw men that we have in the league. That was almost Jordan-esque off that spin. Was a little bit soft to me, but Tatum is going to go to the line for an and one. I'll always take those easy points when you can get them. So halfway to the century mark are the Boston Celtics, 50-42, 6:05 left to go in this half. Here's an opportunity for Turner. He turns the poster favor, 50-44. Now an opportunity for Luke Kornet. We'll put the ball down in court. You don't see that very often with the Burger King hops, but Luke Kornet gets it done. Really jumps over that wrapper. Tyrese Haliburton. Set the lucky logo. Now right wing side. Opportunity to set this back out for Nesmith. Inside Pascal Siakam. One more Nembhard. Good ball movement. Turner. What a sidestep on Brown. He hits the three. That was a nasty move from a big man. No problem there. Having himself quite a ball game. 7-10. 2 of 3 from distance. 18 points. And this one thrown away by Boston. So Indiana is not going away. Still got another half to play after this 5-11, but still hanging around. Maybe they can take the lead at some point. Nembhard trying to get around Pritchard. This is going to be a tough shot. And this goes off the side of the backboard. Foul picked up, I believe, by timeout is the first to be called. I thought it was going to be picked up by Nembhard there, but timeout, Joe Muzzulla. 5.2 to 47.
Just not many 7-footers in the world that can do this. The step back side step three.
Nice. AT&T just sent me a heads up on best player for me. I'm all about good advice. Look, you give horrible advice. Draft night 2003. There we go. Please shoot like this little. What does the suit in and perfectly good? Trust me, these suits are timeless classics. What?
AT&T provides proactive recommendations so you get what's right for you.
This makes no sense. What does lunch become? We deserve better. This is Popeye's new golden barbecue sandwich.
always been very good. As a kid, I watched my mom struggle financially. Her sacrifice allowed me to see my dreams to create generational wealth. I'm partnering with SoFi because they care about making your money work for your ambitions, just like my mom did for me. Recognize the generational play. Join the official bank of the NBA. SoFi. Get your money.
DraftKings. Give the bonus bet back if I lose, so I don't have to sweat my bet. NBA Hall of Fame Pat Miller. And you know all about sweat. Bring it down for us.
No sweat that. Kind of like an offensive rebound. Miss your first shot. Get another chance to score.
He's supposed to shower after the game, Patrick.
New customers, get your first bet back as bonus bet up to $1,500 if it does this. Is yours.
When you choose a blue moon, everything becomes brighter. With Valencia orange peel and coriander, blue moon is made brighter.
This will be a gold mine of local intel, just you wait.
So tell us about this corn festival. You got your corn pudding, you got your corn chowder. It's always good thing around here. Sometimes.
The family of eight were to need a cold one.
And butter and lamb, it goes right really cute. And fire bar like a reverend, so I can bless it on the corn.
Donut shops. How far?
No, I was thinking about lighting a field. Gotta run 11,000 more neighborhoods to build.
Homes.com.
No thanks. No. Hey, no.
The tactic discipline, right? The tactic discipline. Every time that you run, you get the run, you got to take the man, you take the first run. Those are the shots they're taking outside on time. That's the most important thing. And they were managing the game with the offense. Nobody goes early, right? It takes what it takes to stay disciplined.
4:45 left to go. Holiday left elbow three. He knocks it down. 55-47. Joe Muzzulla engineers the play out of the timeout. Siakam against White. You got to go after this before the double team comes. And Siakam, it gets tipped up, I think, by Luke Kornet of all people and goes in. So he didn't mean to do it, but that's what he got. It's Payton Pritchard now right to left. Slowly take this across the time. Works baseline, keeps the dribble alive, sets it up for Jrue Holiday. Step back, left wing. This is going to bounce off the top of the backboard. Tyrese Haliburton. Here's an outstretched look. Nembhard, extra pass, Siakam. Now Tyrese Haliburton off the screen. Step back, fly off the punt fake and hit the three. My goodness. Tyrese Haliburton with some serious footwork there. 55-52. Shooting threes, 3 assists. It's been a slow start for him. Normally it works that way for him on the road. If he can get himself activated when they need to, they probably have a better chance. This is blocked from Brown, picked up by Kornet. He's going to get the easy finish. He just put his paws up there. Here is Nembhard off the pass. Pascal gets Kornet the move. Set up Nembhard for an even better look. He hits the three, right wing. And Joe Muzzulla just taking this time. Only down 2. 7 of 13 from distance are the Pacers. Boom babies flowing pretty well right now. Reggie'd be proud. And I'll need Payton Pritchard, not a Jaylen Brown. Let's go Celtics chance right now at the TD Garden. Brown, half spin, forces it. Picked off by Jrue Holiday. Can he save it? It's Siakam. He holds it, and it's going to lead to a slammer, Nesmith. Oh my goodness, what an effort here for the Pacers. We're tied. 2:35 left to go in the second. Brown, he'll up fake it. He needs help now. I don't think he's set his dribble yet. He'll start. And now Brown will try to get around Nembhard. He'll force again. This time he hits it high off the arcing shot as Boston has a 2-point lead. This has been an excellent game. This is what I could ask for. I know it was an awful start, and that's an offensive foul. Either Derrick White sold it well, or Myles Turner just put an elbow right to the chops of Derrick White. He got cleaned out pretty good on that screen. They're going to call it a legal one. So is he moving? Yeah, he was moving. There, he was moving and put his shoulder in. I got no problem with that call. Jrue Holiday tries to save it a couple times. Siakam finds it, keeps it inbounds, and then Nesmith cutting to the hoop for a dunk. So Derrick White, screen from distance today. Tyrese Haliburton. This is Nesmith cutting, laying it in. 59 is the score, all tied. 141 left to go in the second. So Tony Brothers will inbound the basketball to the Boston Celtics, tied at 59. Tatum, Horford doesn't take the three this time. He hasn't been hot from there. And off the foul, off the back, Nembhard picked up a silly one there. He couldn't stay in front of Derrick White. 129 left to go in this half. The Pacers are outscoring Boston 28-25 in this second quarter. It's only a 3-point difference across the board from the first, 34-31. John Under with you on the call. It's been a while since we covered an NBA game, this time in the Eastern Conference Finals. Glad you can join me for anyone that does jump in. It feels good to get the pipes warm at least. It's been a while since the in-season tournament. Derrick White makes the first free throw. And first round versus Miami, 22 points per game, 58%. East Simmons against Cleveland, 14 points, 38%. So quite a stark contrast. White, but you know he can get hot at any time. Makes both. Celtics lead back up to 2. It was as much as 12. Indiana, I don't believe, has led yet. This is sent around for Nembhard. Haliburton stops from 18, knocks it down. Derrick White falls down right off the screen again, this time holding his side. He is walking very. We're watching him without the ball. Jaylen Brown does have it. Brown, screen from Jrue Holiday, was not a good one. Brown still gets to the lane though, and it's missed. I'm still watching Derrick White. See if they're going to go right after him after taking a couple of spills. Tied at 61. Haliburton gets the switch on Al Horford. Pacers can take the lead for the first time in this game. Haliburton, step back. He missed it off the front of the rim. Too short there. And now White. White pulls up for three. A hand in his face. Horford hustle, rebound. 5 seconds. Jaylen Brown to Derrick White. Up fake. And for whatever reason, Nembhard went the wrong way. Where's he going? It wasn't even much of a move. 64-61. Indiana's got the last shot. They're still within 3, like they were at the end of the first. Derrick White with 10 points. Last shot of the half. Foul to give is 6 seconds left to go in this first half. It's been an entertaining half at that. Guy Fieri, I guess, is in the house at TD Garden. Put in off the sideline and toward the players' bench. This will be Nembhard. Now Turner. Here's a jump pass. This is almost near the logo. It doesn't matter. Tyrese Haliburton with a logo 3 ties the game. 2 seconds left to go in the half. We're tied at 64. We're going to get just a baseball style pass. It's a tie game. 64 all at the end of the first half. What a contest it's been. We come back and call the third quarter. My, oh my, it's a logo 3.
The NBA Eastern Conference Finals, presented by AT&T, are brought to you by ESPN, the only.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the voice of Michigan calling. Tony Sarah Highland Nissan and Grand Blanc Nissan have your answer. We offer a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles and the Tony Sarah promise. Now is the time to save thousands of pre-owned vehicles. Zero down and low monthly payment options are available. Drive with confidence knowing that your pre-owned vehicle passed a 167-point safety inspection. Come see why Michigan could be yours to decide in a pre-owned vehicle from Tony Sarah Highland Nissan and Grand Blanc Nissan.
Is brought to you by Crypto.com. The Pacers are losing confidence despite being down 12 and 5 out. You got Myles further flat out letting it up from absolutely everywhere on the floor. Those 18, that's a playoff career high and a half. He's looking for it.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's fly.
Little superior like this.
Before we start, we have insurance what coverage good, the dental.
Welcome to the Toyota halftime.
Two of the NBA's most potent offenses all knotted up in the first half of game one here at 64. Turner with 18 for the Pacers, Tyrese Haliburton chipping in 11, and then the Jays combining for 25 Boston Celtics. Welcome inside our Los Angeles studio. He is Bob Myers. He is Michael Wilbon. Teammate Smith joining us. Chris, Paul, I'm Olivia Andrews. Chris, the Pacers stayed in this first half.
And their pace, and who we talked about before the game, Tyrese Haliburton. You just see when he makes a shot, he starts bouncing around. You can just see it. And it's contagious with the team, like we talked about. Over the last 6 quarters,
The Indiana Pacers shooting better than 64% from the field, better than 54% from three-point range. The only person shooting worse than 50% is Siakam, who's 3 and 7 shots, as opposed to everybody else. They make baskets, they know how to score, and they put you on your heels, and they get you a little bit tight because you know if you make a mistake, they can make you pay for it.
if I'm the Celtics in this locker room, let's not try to outscore this Pacers team. Don't get into their game. This is what the Pacers do. Don't fall prey to just up and down basketball. Celtics made their mark on both sides of the ball. You gotta stop this. You gotta slow this pace. Make it a grind out game. Pacers don't want to do that. Right now, this game, you look at this, it's going either way. Celtics don't want to deal with that. Nothing. Right. Often to start the game, which means Indiana. That point, Stephen A. even hotter than we've been talking about. But Bobby's got to do what you said. There's got to be some realization on the Celtics' part that Indiana playing free. Right. They are. Right. And the Celtics can't let that happen. So that calls one.
Celtics there. Now, I'm not talking about the whole first half, but too many spots, too much one-on-one basketball, not enough movement.
And just keep paying attention to the Pacers, right? So they play at this pace. All game long. So when they make a basket, watch the guys. They pick up on defense. They pick up consistently. So they play a tempo on offense, and then their defense is up there every game. And this Pacers team, sometimes you find your identity in the front. Yes. And they're finding their. So by the fact that Porzingis is out, I don't know if they've still shown their best.
Well, what I'm really curious about is if this stays close down the stretch. We haven't seen the Boston Celtics play in those close games. Win or lose, they have all been close.
It's interesting because you know with the Pacers, at the end of a close game, it's going to be in Haliburton's hands.
Right. And we're going to get to see Celtics, whose hands it's going to be in. Right here, they're in Jaylen Brown. Oh, look at this view. This is what he does. We'll be right back.
This halftime is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Here, and the new Toyota can be started with a flash. Right, but a late ain't at a park. Or a perfect trip. Gotcha.
Did you know that every Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
That's just foul.
Wow, I didn't touch you.
No, I saw Chris. You had that man in the barrel.
That was not a foul.
You want something to cry about? I'll give you something to cry about.
I know what a foul is. Oh, that is foul. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
It's easy to follow plan with the State Farm mobile app.
Check the replay. That is not a foul.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't hot, it's a license. You find diamonds in ruts, but you're on the stand on solid parts, turning metal into murals, and detailing every detail. Because it's the things you make that show what you're made of. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Without the mark of a fighter.
Red hot deal days are here at Verizon. Get our biggest deals of the season only until May 29th. Get a bundle of your choice on us from any of our top brands. So you'll get a free phone and a smartwatch and a tablet. Yep, all three on us. Plus, check out tons more great deals.
Saving the pipes a little bit on a solo call, but for anybody that is in here,
So you're telling the court one tiny thought.
you can look at MLB scores.
So they can sell you bigger jugs. Like wash and squeeze is all you need for a clean load of laundry.
Mariners might get another W here over the Yankees. Bottom 7. I think when we check back into after the Stanley Cup Finals and all that stuff are over, might go back to the M's and ask Cooper if he wants to get a couple of those games in. Royals are mudhole stomping the Tigers. They'll be 31-19. That's crazy. Spending money and getting good players. What a concept, huh? Bobby Witt, 6 RBI game. Let's say he's supercharged. 2 bombs. 3 at-bats, 3 hits, 6 RBI. So you know he's going to go up on MLB The Show. Casey Mize, he got in 2/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, 2 strikeouts. Holy cow.
So please try to hold on. Toyota, let's go places.
Perez in 345 this season. Bobby Wood's in 306.
Some of you are brilliant minds in business. No, not you. Or you. You all track business income and expenses with QuickBooks. Pay all your employees easily and accurately.
Let's take a look at the standings. I haven't seen any notable pop-ups as far as the scores. Yankees have a 2-game lead over the O's, who are in a rain delay. Their game is tied at 2. Yankees look like they're going to drop the game to the M's. M's would go up 3.5 over the Rangers. Rangers are below 500. There is any team in the West besides the Mariners that are above 500. So for the Mariners, this is an important time, I would say, for Cooper Hopkins forecast. But it's an important time for them to go ahead and say, hey, we need to take advantage of whatever we can right now, build as big of a lead as we can right now, so we have a cushion for later if all these other teams are struggling. That is what you need to do. Take advantage of it, especially when you get in the dog days of summer. You don't want to have a situation when you had a big lead last year and then collapse and lose it. You can also say that in the National League West. So the American League West and the National League West, same deal. Every other team below 500 except the Dodgers, an 8.5-game lead. They're building everything up. And the Diamondbacks, boy, oh boy, I mean, 22 and 26, I thought for sure they'd at least get back to the postseason. That is not looking to be the case right now if they continue to play the way that they are. I know there's so much time left, but still, I am very surprised to see them 22.
We offer a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles and a Tony Sarah promise. Now is the time to save thousands on pre-owned vehicles. Zero down and low monthly payment options are available. Drive with confidence.
And right now, the 3 wildcard teams in the American League would be the O's, the Royals, and the Twins. You got 4 teams, or I should say 3 teams, in the American League Central that would all be making the playoffs right now. That's a far cry from last year.
So here's the fun part. I'm not doing it. And just like that, 20 minutes later, it's done cooking my meal. How good is this much? You cannot get this from a microwave. So, you're the secret weapon for impossibly convenient home cooking. Get it risk-free for 100 days at wallet.com.
Man, just imagine that game when Florida back in 04.
They even saw those threes. How did that make you feel?
What did he just say? How did it feel? He got up on this shot. Let's talk threes, Mello. Number 3, I got 3 rings. I'm the big 3. Time to activate the coach.
This is you.
Never.
Wow.
Welcome back to Eastern Conference Finals presented by AT&T. Stay ground. Go over real high. Go over real high, though. But when you get downhill, when you get downhill, you get it. When we get downhill, they go home. So you'll have finishing. Yeah. Keep going, one. Keep going, kid. Keep going. So only 24, but he is the leader of the Pacers, and they're up on a team like that. First half stats brought to you by ESPN Bet. Pacers shoot 59% from the field against this great Southern defense. And look at the assist numbers, really for both teams, but it's 2 assists in the first half here of game 1. And hi everyone, we're JJ Redding and Norris Burke, Mike Green on hand. We'll check out the leads in just a moment. Nothing lead. Celtics storm out of the game. What was the difference? How did they get back into it? Look, the Boston Celtics have the second best defense in the 86 points per game defensively in these playoffs. But the Indiana Pacers are a different beast. They require full engagement from all 5 players on a single possession.
So consider what they did with their movement, and I mean player movement, ball movement. On open shots, 22 and 37% for three against that vaunted Celtics.
So let's start the second half. So after a 12-0 run to start the game for the Boston Celtics, the Pacers have been plus 12 the whole way. It is 64 all. Tatum, too strong off the right side of the rim. Left in the second half. Haliburton now will back up Pascal Siakam, ring around the top of the key for Nesmith, and start again for Haliburton. He's got it at the lucky logo. Haliburton right down the lane, and whether it was Horford or Tatum, somebody missed an assignment. Pacers have their first lead. 11:15 into this third. Just started. As this is a foul the other way. Offensive foul is the call. So off the drop, looks like Al Horford either Tatum off the lane there for Haliburton. Once they got the screen, nobody picked them up toward the paint. As we're going to whistle the other way. So they cut right into the replay. I couldn't see what happened. Nesmith, he had the ball. And this will be a foul against the Celtics. So sideline trigger out of bounds. Pacers now have their first lead of the game. 66-64. Haliburton to Myles Turner. Now Pascal Siakam. Blocked by Horford. And now Tatum could try to tie or take the lead. Here's Derrick White. Big pump fake. Haliburton just blows right by. And Siakam gets the easy rebound. But that was poor defense for Tyrese Haliburton. I know he doesn't play that great of defense, but you can't be that bad. You can't completely bite on a pump fake. Tyrese Haliburton off the step back. He will shoot a very contested three, and he knocks it down at the TD Garden logo. I guess what you make up for on offense when you don't have defense. Man, oh man, needs it. He knocked it down from 25. He's been very cold. He was 1 for 7 from deep until that. 2 of 8 now. Boston back within 2. Indiana's shooting ridiculous from 3, 9 of 16, as this is skied by Derrick White. Derrick White's pass. Brown. Up and under. Now gets right around Turner. Myles Turner had one of his own with the 3 in the second. I hope he didn't pull something trying to guard Brown. It looked like he was pulling a Charlie horse. Here's an easy pass. This is read by Tatum. Tatum down the lane. He gets an easy. That was a poor pass from Turner. He got himself indecisive in between what he wanted to do, and now Rick Carlisle says, don't worry about it. 7-0 run for the Celtics in 48 seconds.
The only phone engineered by Google. And Disney and Pixar's new movie Inside Out 2. Only in theaters June 14th. Get tickets now.
Let me catch you up. She's officially a teenager now, and things couldn't be better.
I can stand.
I'm excited.
Pixar's Inside Out 2. Only theaters June 14th.
In English, what's the hardest thing to say?
Anything catch?
They threw, they picked, sick, fourth, fifth, and then sick.
Or you mean what's really hard emotionally to say? Get back.
I forgive you.
I was wrong.
For me, it's tough to say in any language.
sweet cherry red sport. It doesn't match the photo. It's fine, right? Sabrina, was it fine just shooting threes? No, you broke records.
But it's fine to settle for a car from a sketchy site when you can get the car you love at CarMax.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get out of here.
Sabrina!
Nope.
Sure you're not Sabrina?
Nope.
Sabrina? Asia? Dude?
Hi.
Never settle on the line or on the court. CarMax.
For over 25 years, Lovesac has been rewriting the rules of comfort. It's okay to change your style. It's okay to change your mind. And to change things up. Get messy. With Lovesac, you make the rules.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Back here at the TD Garden, home of Brent Auerbach Court. Coverage begins NBA countdown at 7, tip-off shortly after 8 Eastern. The legendary Hall of Famer.
Checking back in from the break. 9:40 left to go in the third. Nesmith puts the ball. Brown now. And between his legs and the back down for Tyrese Haliburton. Here's an extra pass. Derrick White inside for Horford, but it's easily read. Good defense there for Haliburton. Don't say that often. As now it's Nembhard. He takes a mid-range. Evens the game up at 71 as he knocked it down from 13 feet on the left wing. Holiday, right wing three. He answers with a big shot. Celtics back up by 3. Nembhard try to go baseline and a foul on Tatum. Nembhard got hit across the dome there. 9:07 left to go in this third. It's been a pretty good game, all things considered. That 12-0 start that Boston had seemed way years ago. 9 minutes left to go in this third. As this is a spin. Lead for Haliburton, who throws it down. 74-73. That was Pascal Siakam that got the dunk, excuse me. As it's Jrue Holiday, left to right. Holiday now. Screen for Tatum. Again, I'm not used to seeing the point guard set all the screens, but again, that's what the 2K players can't buy any space. Now he'll get it. Horford for 3 from the right wing. This is too short. 74-73 still the score. Boston up by 1. Indiana's led once. They were up by 2 in this third. 9 of 26 shooting threes is Boston. 9 of 16 is 80% for them. And Siakam over White. That is the easiest mismatch of all time. Indiana now up by 1. Derrick White slowly across the timeline. Turner, 20 points, 8 of 11, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He's been excellent. There's Nembhard against Tatum. Tatum fade away from 18. And Boston takes the lead again. 76-75. Siakam set up there for Nesmith. It bounces right back to Siakam. Here's a series of dribbles. And Haliburton too hard off the front of the rim. Skied from Brown and set up for Tatum. It's the home white jerseys with the green striping for the Celtics, all yellow on the road for the Pacers. And Nembhard is getting pushed by Tatum. And now he's going to commit the foul. Again, he couldn't stay. He kept knocking Nembhard out of the way. Didn't have the strength in that matchup. You wouldn't expect he would. Looks more like a slender man, more so in comparison to Tatum. Kind of do a little bit of everything. He's built to play the prototypical small power forward. So Tatum, as we mentioned, he's already made a couple free throws on the line, with the exception of the and one. And this is this one off the front of the rim, so you're going to leave some lettuce at the line here. You don't want to do that too much. So Nembhard, born from Aurora, Ontario, teammates with R.J. Barrett at Montverde Academy, University of Florida as well. Throw is converted for Tatum. It's back to a 2-point lead. Nembhard 8 points, 2 of 3 shooting threes and 5 assists. Siakam left all alone. Here's a top of the key three, and now Horford will sky for the pumpkin. 7:10 left to go in the third. It is Holiday off the pivot. He has Haliburton near the right wing side as the shot clock's down to 10. Now looks to post up. Very good at this. And a late arriving foul. That's been picked up by Aaron Nesmith. So good work there for Jrue Holiday. He loves to post up. It's kind of like Chauncey Billups. Holiday. Remember that former great Pistons guard who was an NBA champion. Now the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, but loves post up, score in the mid range, kind of invert his will. He's really good at the line. That's what Jrue Holiday is. Holiday makes the free throw. 78 score. So Boston looking to go back by 4. Holiday makes both. We'll get some substitutions on the court. We'll pull this back up on the side as Obi Toppin will check back in. Man, oh man, was he good. Late in that first when they made that sub. Holiday makes both. So now 79-75. 6:55 left to go in the third. John Under with you, TD Garden in Boston. McConnell, Euro step. And he draws another foul. And Indiana starting to hemorrhage here as they're giving up all of these chances at the line. It's going to put Boston in the bonus here if they get a couple more of these. And off the exchange, I'll be top and one to get from McConnell. And Brown just said, hey, you're not even looking. He just took his big claw out. So now Jaylen Brown go to the line to shoot 2. So he's the Celtics leading scorer in this game, Jaylen Brown. We'll give you the reset there right now. 17 points on 8 of 13 and 1 of 2 from the line. So again, that is a little bit up to date from what I even have on my TV side. So he's going to split the pair. This is tapped up in the air. Myles Turner will get it off the carom. So at least Haliburton's going to be open if he wants this. Extra pass. Nesmith put the ball on the floor. It's TJ McConnell, so they got a couple guards out there right now for Rick Carlisle's rotation. Luke Kornet going to get set to check in for the C's. Nesmith. Draw an offensive foul as Jrue Holiday. Right in the shoulder of Holiday, and Nesmith never stopped. It looked like Holiday certainly had those pink shoes and his feet set. So no problem there. Excellent defense for Jrue Holiday. He is known for that. 80-75, 12 turnovers for the Pacers, just 5 for the Celtics. Clean game for them. 6:20 up to go in this third. Bob Myers on the entry side for ESPN mentioned that they wanted to have this be a drag-out style game. I think that's what Boston's starting to do now. They're getting Indiana, forcing them to take fouls, as Tony Brothers talking with Rick Carlisle there. Tatum goes back to the line, but they're slowing the game down and they're stopping the up and down necessity for Indiana that they like, as Tatum misses the free throw. So Tatum's already missed a couple, and so has Brown. But if they can do that, Boston, they can find a way essentially to close out this game 1 and move on with a 1-0 series lead. Because that's what you got to do if you're Indiana. You got to be able to push this. Kornet. Tatum. Good setup for 3. He knocks it down. He couldn't hit the free throw, but he hit the long-distance shot. Now Boston, it's a 8 points lead. 9-0 run with 2:10 in the 9-0 run. 6:03 left to go in the third. It's been a while. Speak a little bit in between the basketball side. 6:03 left to go in this third quarter. Here is a pass for Obi Toppin, and Ben Sheppard. He couldn't make a clean one, so this one's turned over. Holiday now. 15 turnovers for the Pacers. It's starting to add up. Holiday spin, shovel Kornet. He lost the ball. Partially got blocked by Turner. So Myles Turner, he's always one of those guys that is very good in the paint. This was a half spin by Holiday. I think he just got his hands up there on Kornet and got the ball. As Tatum set it up for White. White spin. We're in around Turner. And Kornet can't finish, but somehow Tatum gets the pass into Kornet right in front, kind of like an inside handoff there, like a running back. and going to go to the line again to shoot free throws. So this has been a really good quarter for Boston, even though Indiana started it with the lead as they jumped right into did Ben Sheppard and Luke Kornet. If Kornet makes this one, it's a 10-point lead for the C's. So Nesmith, the former Celtic, going to get set to check back in. It's about 12 and a half, about 8 points here and there for Kornet. Not too bad. Second free throw. It's a lane violation against Jrue Holiday. Double lane violation. That's what they're going to call here at 5:46 on the ESPN side. I wouldn't have guessed that. But Nesmith going to check into the game for Ben Sheppard. Is this going to stay here or is it going to go the other way? Myles Turner and Luke Kornet. Not sure what they're showing on the ESPN box. So this is a tip-off right at center court. Just like so Boston up by 9. It's 84-75. 12-16 they are from the line. I think the Pacers have only been there once. Myles Turner against Kornet. Again, Turner's got the vertical leap. Just waiting for this ball to be tipped up. And Haliburton, he will get this. He doesn't step over the line. Haliburton now will set it up for Nesmith. Right wing side backs up across the logo. Shot clock down to 10. Haliburton accelerates, makes extra pass. What a block for Jaylen Brown. And everybody pumped up near the benches here. All the fans that paid the hundreds of dollars for those seats, they're clapping their hands and they are really excited. Jaylen Brown made a great block right in between the crowd there. So left to right goes Jrue Holiday. 5:15 left to go in the third. This has been a third quarter dominated by the Celtics. Can Holiday add to it? Toppin gets it clean. And now this will be sent the other way for Haliburton. TJ McConnell put his head down. He gets driven to the right side elbow. Turner. Haliburton. He's got a high arcing three, and this one misses. 84-75. 4:50 left to go in this third. From Tatum gets down the lane, lays it in, draws the foul on Nesmith, and the Boston Celtics starting to live at the line. And Rick Carlisle says, I've had enough. He takes a timeout.
Keep those hands in 2-2.
I know it's not easy to live with us.
Make sure everyone knows where important business is. Sometimes life is very stressful. Thanks to fee-free overdrafts. Early payday.
making everyday life easier. That's why Chime is the #1 most loved bank.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Michigan calling. Tony Sarah Highland Nissan and Grand Blanc Nissan have your answer. We offer a large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles and the Tony Sarah promise. Now is the time to save thousands on a pre-owned vehicle. Zero down and low monthly payment options are available. Drive with confidence knowing that your pre-owned vehicle passed a 167-point safety inspection. Come see why Michigan can be yours to discover in a pre-owned vehicle from Tony Sarah Highland Nissan and Grand Blanc Nissan.
Yuka is my family, it's my son, which is why they're healthy. Henry has brought me so much joy, and he deserves to have the healthiest life possible.
First means the world to me because he is tiny and he deserves nothing but the best.
Small was made with high protein preservative-free ingredients that I can actually recognize something.
Love it. That's perfect.
Other cat food brands put so much junk in my food, and I don't want to be like that, which is why I'm choosing to feed my cat Smalls.
We good? We good? I ain't worried about that. Clap, 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 clap! That's me. Okay, you got to match up. All right. I got you.
So checking back in from the line, the commercial break, Tatum at the line for an and one. He completes it. And again, I mentioned this in my notes. This is the difference in the game right now. 2 for 2 at the line. Celtics are 13 of 17. That's a different game right now because every other one of these stats between 3, field goal percentage, 2s, points in the paint are all close except for that. As the Pacers do get a rack attack and they get an opportunity to get closer here, as this one was completed by Toppin. Now Brown off the spin. Jrue Holiday's all alone, right wing 3. That is a horrible missed assignment. 90-77. Celtics now up by 13. Toppin. Spin. Here's Siakam. Almost get a hand in the lane as Siakam doesn't get it over the back. This is Tatum. His pass. It's a lazy one. As Siakam gets a steal. Haliburton, one more kick to Toppin in the left side corner. Bounced up in the air. What a save! Toppin now McConnell. Open from 10. Siakam. He gets blocked. McConnell. He finally finishes it. 5 rebound attempts for the Indiana Pacers. Now 90-79. Here is Brown. He'll back away the right elbow, and Holiday gets a red carpet lay-in. Picking up Jrue Holiday. He has no problem finishing any of those, as you shouldn't. McConnell, pro baseline. Lead for Nesmith. They'll be Toppin. Thought about it. Lead for Siakam. Left corner 3. Tatum with another board. 3 minutes left to go in this third. John Hunter with you on the call from game 1. The Chills on an off night. Let's do an NBA game. It's been a while. Tatum, right wing. Try to get around Nesmith. Throws the shoulder in. Nesmith ferociously grabs the rebound. McConnell. Siakam. Thought about it down the lane. Drops for Toppin. Show and go. Siakam. Beautiful play. He sets up the slam. Obi to Siakam. 2:38 left to go in the third. Celtics and Joe Muzzulla take a timeout. They want to talk about it.
This, a rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighter's spirit.
So again, just one vote. I threw that out there. Does this Pacers Celtics series go? 4, 5, 6, or 7? The one vote we got is 5. I'm personally leaning 6. I do think the Celtics will take this series, but I do think the Pacers are going to make it very interesting. The Pacers have been one of these teams, as we said, top in offense. Celtics are right there too, but they don't care about how you play unless you can do what the Celtics did in the third quarter, which was get to the free throw, slow the game down. Indiana doesn't want that. Boston can grit and grind a little bit, then that'll work out well for them. Kind of like Bob Myers said in that first intermission, the former GM of the Golden State Warriors. I believe he might still be.
Let's zoom into one of tonight's highlights brought to you by. Well, we talked about the defensive season that Jaylen Brown has had, has really become one of the best two-way players in the NBA. The block first, and then the wherewithal to save the ball off of Nesmith as he's standing out of bounds.
He's made several huge defensive plays here in the third.
Checking back into the action here, 2:25 left to go in this third. Picked off Tyrese Haliburton off to the and Jaylen Brown. I'm not going to say got a shoulder tackle in Tyrese Haliburton, but that's what he's going to go ahead and plead for. Payton Pritchard was also trying to get back as well. Let me see what we got here. So Payton Pritchard, he gets the hand on, and then Brown a little bit of jump. I mean, Haliburton's got nowhere to go. If that's not right on the hands and a foul. Good for Tyrese Haliburton to go to the line to shoot two. Probably should be. Haliburton's lucky he was able to plant because he really could have hurt himself. So you wouldn't want to have that. This will be sideline on a bounce. Opportunity there for Ben Sheppard. Now I'll be Toppin. It's TJ McConnell. He was all alone for three, but he'll accelerate down the lane and lay it in. 92-83. So Indiana only down 9. They've been hanging around this whole game. It's never really gotten away except for that 12-0 start to the game. Sam Hauser for Payton Pritchard. Pritchard will take it left to right. As this will be Pritchard still trying to get around the defense. Good double screen there. Pritchard now. Horford, Hauser, right wing side screen from Horford. It opens up Hauser. He airballed it big time. And a good shield by the Pacers to deny Jrue Holiday to get any sort of offensive rebound. TJ McConnell. Field goal percentage is almost identical. 54-53 for Indiana, though, but they're down 9. Nesmith. Now Siakam down the lane. Gets around Horford. 9-5. Brown turns on the Jets. Jump stop. Leaves it up here for Pritchard. Long distance 3. Another rebound for Toppin. See if the Pacers can score again and draw closer. Wait for Nesmith. Walking into a top of the key 3. It's 92-87 straight points now for the Pacers. Now make that 9. You can do math. I'm a journalism major. Jrue Holiday missed. Good rebound. And a foul has to be called. The Celtics will take that because they're in the bonus. They were working really hard in this third quarter to get to the line. That's been the difference in the game to me. But if I'm Holiday, what the heck am I doing not picking up there on a second opportunity? He just kind of watched that. So going to the line are the C's. Jaylen Brown has already missed one. You really need to make both of these right now. This is too strong off the front of the rim, and the Celtics starting to miss too many of these. Again, Game 1 Wednesday, TNT True TV, 8:30 between TNT, Luka Doncic, Anthony Edwards. Thursday, Game 2, ESPN, Tyrese Haliburton and Jayson Tatum that they're profiling. We'll see if this one's going to be 2-0 at that time. 1-0 for one team to go 2-0 in Game 2. Who's going to get the first game, though, Boston or Indiana? 5 seconds left to go in this third. TJ. It's got Jrue Holiday in his grill. He's just milking this clock away right now. Set up for Sheppard. Too strong for the 3. And this is going to be a silly foul, I believe, against the Indiana Pacers. And that should put Jaylen Brown back to the line. He's grimacing a little bit. I think he's going to be able to shake it off. He's a really strong man anyway, nonetheless. Any kick, any knee to knee? Do I see anything there? A grab of the foot. Maybe he lost his back. Thing? Jaylen Brown? No, I think he just tripped over himself at that point. Looks like he should be okay.
Really on the floor. common foul. You and the players feel particularly flagrant. We heard you, Tony, but we're a little perplexed as to how.
I don't think we're going to get a flagrant foul, but that's what they're potentially reviewing here. I wouldn't even see how or why.
I, for one, am really hoping this is a quick review.
A grab of the leg falling down from Nesmith, and then Brown trips on his own feet. Don't see how that could be a flagrant, but that is what they're checking. I think this should be quick. So no problem there. Common foul there. Tony Brothers, quick foul. And it's Jaylen Brown, shoot two, because Boston's already in the bonus. So nothing too crazy. It'll be an opportunity for a 95-88 lead for the Boston Celtics. Again, the Pacers have been getting close, but that is all it's been. They've had a 2-point lead. That was their biggest early in the third, and that's all we got so far. So Jaylen Brown, 18 points on 8 of 13, but he's starting to miss a lot of shots at the free throw line. If he misses one here, that'll be his third of the game. So his first is up and good. It's 94-88. The lead is up to 6 for Boston. Again, their largest lead was 12. That was to start the game 12-0. Looked like that. And then Indiana has just kept this under control. Jaylen Brown, too strong on another free throw. So he has indeed missed 3. And now a 10-second difference on the shot clock. 15 of 21 are the Celtics at the line. 2 of 2 are the Pacers. They are at the rim. And when they do, they're just not being fouled right now. TJ McConnell. That is a tough leading 3 over Sam Hauser. 2, from 10 feet. He knocks it down nonetheless. Shot clock turned off. Jrue Holiday. This is an illegal screen. So Indiana's going to. And TJ McConnell got hit right on the knee. You can see it's cut a little bit, or is a little bit red on those legs. And Hauser, I think they hit kneecap to kneecap, and that one doesn't feel very good. It's going to go numb for a moment as TJ says, "Ouch, that one hurt a little bit." So fine. 16 minutes, 10 points, 5 of 8. Haliburton. Little too much hands there from Pritchard. So not even in the bonus yet, so this will just be out of bounds. As they're showing that screen one more time, just bump knees, Hauser and McConnell. Here for Indiana, Tyrese Haliburton has already hit a three-pointer to end the quarter. In the second, it's Haliburton. He will lean. He will hit it off glass. Tyrese Haliburton does again. 94-93, and it's a 1-point game as we go to the fourth.
The State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage.
Our biggest challenge? Uncertainty. If these surcharges, who knows what
It's not a bad basketball game. Again, sometimes I get into a good situation where I know how to pick them. It's been since the in-season tournament covering this with Al Agnaba that we looked at the Pacers and the Celtics, and again, this is the first time that I bounced back. And it's the same two teams again. It's a 1-point game as we're going to get set to start the fourth quarter. It was 34-31 after one, third differential at the half, and now 30-29 in that third quarter. Favor for Boston, just a 1-point advantage.
I didn't need to blend in. I needed to be different. Because I was different. I was something that no one had ever seen before.
Just after the grit of these Pacers, some of the first half they got down this quarter, and then they just kept playing. So 14-2 run.
So 94-93 Boston. I think we're going to take one more break and then start the fourth. But I am excited for this one. Honestly, it's been a lot of fun to cover in a basketball game. It's certainly been a while. I've been covering a lot on the channel. And my hope is when I do these games, I just want to get them close enough because I know when Alec and Ian were talking a few days ago, they normally join me. Cooper does as well. Cooper might be here tomorrow for Wednesday for the New York Rangers and the Florida Panthers. I am really looking forward to this series. Maybe my most favorite one that we have for the rest of sports here between the NBA and MLB and NHL because Stanley Cup playoffs is not. He's there on Wednesday. We can talk about that a little bit. But my point was this, going into a basketball game, I always try to make sure that the games are close because otherwise, if it's a game, nobody's going to want to stay and cover that. And sometimes in the NBA, you have those type of deals. When the Timberwolves were up against the Denver Nuggets by 50 in Game 6. Then they close it out, and they close out Game 7 with an epic comeback. Now, in that next series, you have the Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks. How do you see that one going? Because I think the Timberwolves are probably going to the NBA Finals for the first time ever. Let's start the fourth quarter, 95-94. That's what it will be, because again, that's 93 on my side of the TV, as it's Siakam. He'll step back from 18, and the Pacers have the lead again. Of note, this is only the second time the Pacers have had the lead in this game. The Celtics have been up by 12. That was a 12-0 start to this thing. Horford off the back down. Derrick White trying to probe his way. He'll miss the floater short. TJ McConnell now. Try to take it right to left. He'll go baseline, get cut off by Payton Pritchard. It'll be an opportunity now for Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard for Pascal Siakam. Siakam against White again. I think you got to go right back to this. Nembhard, right wing three, and he missed it. It's tapped up in the air, saved. Here's Nembhard. Extra pass, Ben Sheppard. He was all alone. He could have balanced his checkbook, but he couldn't knock it down. 10:50 left to go in this fourth. It's been a back and forth contest between the two. Two of the highest scoring teams of the game. Pacers number 1, Celtics number 2. Tatum falling away. What a top shot from 12. Celtics back up by 1. Here's a pass. Obi Toppin. Now to TJ McConnell. He'll step back, right elbow. Siakam says, come here. And Siakam try to set it up for Sheppard. And back around for Nembhard. Shot clock down to 3. Left elbow. Toppin. McConnell. He's not going to. 96-95. 24-second shot clock violation. Boston Celtics, good defense. It's our warm-up on right now. He's getting a little bit of a break, but you got to imagine a couple more minutes. He's going to get set up to close this game completely. 14 turnovers to 11. Boston was at 5 about 7 minutes ago, even though we just started the fourth. So the turnovers started to balloon, although they've lived at the line. The 2s, 3s, field goal percentage, everything else has been close. Tatum, he's got to force it. He'll get his own rebound back with the help of Jrue Holiday. Right in. Past Sheppard. 98-95. TJ McConnell across the timeline. It's top. TJ gets a screen from Obi. Here's a pass for Nembhard, right elbow. Now TJ McConnell probably could have shot that. And now long options here for Indiana. Where is this ball going to go? 3-second violation. Toppin. Myles Turner is going to enter the game. So back-to-back turnovers there for the Pacers since they took the lead. And now it's 98-95 Boston. So Boston gets a few more baskets here, and Indiana's going to have to start to do that here in the fourth. Now Horford, there's a good pass right wing for Holiday. Cut off there. Sheppard puts the elbow down. Holiday, he'll lean from 12, fade and put it in. Century mark for the Boston Celtics. It's 195. Step back Nembhard. Too strong off back iron, but Ben Sheppard cleans up the mess. 197. Pascal Siakam, he's on the floor right now as Jayson Tatum guarding him full court is Siakam. Line right at 16. Tatum and around Myles Turner, probing, falling from 12. Missed off the front of the rim, and the former Toronto Raptor rebounds the basketball. TJ is cut off by Payton Pritchard. Siakam, he floats it from 10. It's a 1-point 199. Boston up. Siakam 16 points and 8 of 17 shooting, 11 rebounds and 6 assists. Jrue Holiday, top of the key, pink shoes and all. Going to the lane, past Nembhard, blows by, too strong. 102.99. Here's McConnell. Oh, what a spin pass, Horford. And he lays it in. 102-101, timeout, Joe Muzzulla. And the heat belt and everything on for Tyrese Haliburton right now by TJ McConnell. What a spin cycle. Gets around Pritchard and Horford. It's a 1-point game. We go to break. 7:54 left to go in the fourth.
What do you think? Bet on the young guys? Well, the bets have been here before. My man. It's the playoffs. So, veteran presence, right? It's the playoffs. You really think experience will make a difference? Frank, it's the playoffs. You're right. How about a office focus? Absolutely. It's the playoffs. Call from the boss. Taco time. Sweet time. I hear that. That's why we protect all your vehicles here. But hey, nothing wrong with sticking it to the boss.
Oh, well, because you're because stick to what you gave nothing else to say.
So in the first break, we're deep in the commercials right now. 102-101. It's been the first basketball game we've covered here, probably since the tournament. These were the last two teams. Joel James Teresa's Game 6 Pacers. As we're saying, 6 games. You want the Pacers to take this one. Certainly possible, my friend. Again, I was leaning Celtics in 6. I would not be surprised if it's Pacers in 6, only because the Celtics have not lost a ton of games this year, but the ones that they've lost to, the team that's given them the most problems is Indiana, and that all. 47-35 is Indiana's record in comparison to 64-18. But but that does not dictate how close this series really is, to me at least. So 5 votes now. How many games does this Pacers-Celtics series go? Some way got one person saying Celtics sweep, a couple saying 5, and then 6 and 7, 1 vote apiece. I'm going to lean 6 myself with the C's, but we'll see. This game 1 has been pretty good. .45 left to go in the fourth. It's a 1-point game. 102-101 lead. Tyrese Haliburton, 19 points, 5 of 10 from 3. As they're doing sounds of the game outside of half and half with the game. You shouldn't do it while the game is going on. That's just me, but that's old school. Because I am pretty old now. 37 is getting up there. 6 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Here's the sideline out of bounds from Derrick White. Jrue Holiday puts his head down. He can't clean it up, but now off the second effort, he does get back there. Jrue Holiday from Derrick White. 104-101. Tyrese Haliburton thought about it. TJ McConnell. Touch pass for Toppin. Tatum. Using the outstretched arm. It's a loose ball pickup for Derrick White. The Celtics get a big stop. White now. He'll get cut off by Toppin. Late now for Holiday. Here is a chance off the left side. Nesmith was all over Tatum. That was good defense. 5. Tatum will post up. Down to 3. He is taking an awfully long time. And I'm going to look to see what the call is going to be on. So Aaron Nesmith gets called for a personal foul. Did he do too much hand checking? I guess that's what he did. Although, honestly, I don't like that call. 104-101. Nesmith has played 30 minutes. A lob pass for Tatum. They were trying to get him deep in the post on the left elbow, but it's turned over by Boston. 6:40 left to go in the fourth. TJ McConnell near the right wing. Back out to Haliburton. He fakes a pass. McConnell, he's got all day. He missed it off the front of the rim. And this is saved by Nesmith to Haliburton off the tap. Clock down to 8. Here's a pass inside. Turner, lob attempt for Toppin. Now it's not the time to get fancy. Turned over by Indiana. Rick Carlisle can't like that. This is picked up off the hands of TJ, but this will stay with the Celtics. 6-4. This is Myles Turner trying to make a lob pass to Toppin inside. And I think I know what he was going for there because I go over the top of Horford and Brown. But White was there just to get a hand on it. So Jaylen, he's got a 3-point lead for the Celtics. Here's a spin. The leaner is short. Horford's all alone, and he missed it off the front of the rim. He's just not been hot there from distance. Haliburton puts his head down. Extra pass, Nesmith. He can't tie up the game. A foul called against Al Horford. He's not going to like it. 5:47 in this fourth. But it's a loose ball foul, and this will stay with the Pacers. Aaron Nesmith wide open on that left wing side. Could not make the 3 to tie this one up. And I don't know if this was a sell job. It looked like it was. And Turner off the inbound. Late cut from the replay. He hit a leaning back 3. Again, they need to stop cutting so far from the action. Myles Turner, 23 points, 9 of 12, 3 of 4 from distance, 9 rebounds. We're tied at 104. Holiday, Horford, Brown. I'll try to show. Miss it off the front of the rim. Horford, big rebound. Horford try to finish. He saves it again, and this will be turned over against Boston. He tried to save it out of bounds a second time. He couldn't hit Brown with the pass. Indiana has a chance to take the lead again. Time doing so. 104 is the score. Haliburton bounce pass Turner, and Turner's going to shoot it right over Horford. He is unconscious right now as we're underneath 5 minutes. Indiana up 106-104. Pascal. Jaylen Brown as we get Let's Go Celtics chance at the Garden. Turned over from Brown by Siakam. Here's Siakam down the lane. He throws it down. 108-104. And Joe Muzzulla, expressionless timeout. A 7-0 run for the Pacers.
This is his game. This is his jumper. All day.
You guys tell me. Again, they said going into this that the Celtics might win by, most people had them double digits. Again, their game one's been dominated about 20 points. Indiana says we don't care about 104. They've got the lead here. 4:33 left out in the fourth.
This is ludicrous. You don't tell ludicrous what's ludicrous. Ludicrous tells you what's ludicrous. Oh, that is. You don't think for this. Hang on. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Good thing you have State Farm. Stop them on the app. Guess I don't know. No, I don't. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Introduce. Also known as the Seriously Wrong app. Or the Whoa 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 app. And even no Stand. I'm the only one that doesn't come. To truly embrace the fun life, we must learn to let go. Only then will you find that even if you leave the beach, it never leaves you. Bienvenidos a la vida más fina. Welcome to our annual gathering, the NBA Finals. You know, at the center of it are two exceptional teams, and yet we're all a part. But remember, no one sips the champagne until a champion is crowned.
Tyrese Haliburton has 19 points, assists. Look left, throw right, like a quarterback in his high school. And look at the response. So yes, it's about his skill, but for sure it's also about my vibe. Exchanging a little laugh with the coach. Pointing to three. The joy that permeates his down the right. That is so much fun to watch.
We're getting close to closeout time here in this game. What do we got for the Boston Celtics? It's 108-104. They're down by 4 at TD Garden in Boston. It's game one of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Indiana Pacers, they play pretty well against the Celtics this year. Derrick White, big three-pointer on the right wing corner, 108-107. Indiana that can handle Boston when everyone else has not been able to. Granted, though, the Heat and the Cavaliers have been beat up. Siakam, here's a couple dribbles. Will he shoot in front of Horford? No, he'll back out. Leave it here for Haliburton. Off the spin. Tyrese. Now Turner. He's got to shoot it. Leading. Clock expiring, and this is picked up by Tatum. Boston now can take the lead. And Nesmith gets a hand right in the way of Tatum. This will be right near the scorer's table. And they'll get set to check it back in. Here is Derrick White. 3:35 left to go in this fourth. Celtics down 1. White just hit a 3. Tatum, long 3, top of the key. And this is skied by Haliburton. Siakam puts his head down, post up. It's Nesmith out in the elbow. This was a tough play. It's going to go in past Derrick White, Aaron Nesmith, and 110, 107, 3:18 left to go in the fourth. Aaron Nesmith double clutches off glass, draws the foul, and scores it. The former Celtic getting booed at the line right now. That is a big-time basket. Can Indiana go back up by 4? Yes, they can. 3:18 left to go in the fourth quarter. Derrick White. First free throw, 5:56 of the first for Indiana. They're 3 of 3. So Derrick White. Here is 111, 110, but he was all alone from the right wing. They've been giving him that shot because he hasn't been making it. Nembhard, step back. Here's Siakam. Buys the space with the shimmy and then cans it right. 113, 110. He made that one from 14 feet. 2:35 left to go in this fourth. Siakam 22 on 11 of 20, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. He's had an excellent game. Brown splits the double. Leaves it now for Tatum. Back to Jaylen. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Good defense for Siakam. Brown's got a hoist. He'll miss it. Picked up by Nesmith. Shot clock violation. Here come the Pacers right to left. 2:05 left to go in the fourth thereabouts. John on here with you on the call. It's been the first time we covered a basketball game since the play-in tournament between these two teams. This is game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Nembhard, step back, 16, you bet! Andrew Nembhard, 115, 110. Pacers got their biggest lead of the game. Derrick White, he's got it near the right elbow. Here's Brown's spin. He falls down. I'm pretty sure Siakam going to get called for a foul. He hit his head. 1:43 left to go in the fourth. He is grabbing on the back of his head. Pretty good there. Brown off the spin from Haliburton. Uses the shoulder. He does an up fake. He gets both the bigs to jump in the air. And then I think he gets clocked as he falls back and hits himself in the head. So 1:34 left to go in this fourth. The Pacers up 115, 110. Did you see? Question mark. I throw that out there. I'm looking to see what the call is going to be on the floor, not to jump ahead of anything else that we've seen. So Myles Turner picks up a personal foul. That's what we got. Celtics ball. Celtics off the pivot. Here is White. Extra pass. Holiday. Don't know how he finished that over Turner, but he did. 115, 112. 90 seconds left to go in the game unless we need OT. Pacers up by 3. Haliburton's already got a couple buzzer-beating threes, second and third quarter. Haliburton, pocket pass Siakam. Too strong off the front of the glass. Good rebound for White. Falls down and saves it to Holiday. Can the Celtics tie or get within 1? White, what a block for Haliburton. He sends that out of nowhere. A minute left. Screen from Turner. Haliburton, step back. This one does hit the rim somehow. Battle for the ball. And we'll see what the call is going to be with 57.4. They're going to call a loose ball foul on Pascal Siakam, and the Pacers will take a timeout. What a block that was for Tyrese Haliburton. For the time earlier in this cast, when I said he's not known much for defense, he engaged there, and he got a piece of Derrick White's shot. We'll take a break. We got less than a minute left to go, and the Pacers up by 3.
Red Bull Summer Edition. The taste of blue elderflower. Rules for every taste.
The 3 for Me Only is now available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger. Or you can settle for a 5. Plus, get 5 of 3 and bottomless chips and sauce for just $10.99. See you later, Patty Drive-Thru Burger. This Tuesday for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
What are you done? I borrowed some animation from your phone. I made it something special. Yeah. I consider all the taste and no bitter.
Tonight after the game, Sports Center likely to do it by ending. Live posted coverage from Boston. To bring you the studio break for game 2 and in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers now in the place expectations for the Jets this coming season. Unsuccessful challenge.
So, if you see Siakam, the only thing I'm thinking is it does it not get overturned because he grabs Jaylen Brown's left arm before the jersey. Agreed, but I think he's shooting free throws because he flips his left arm first.
So Jaylen Brown's going to go to the line after a jersey hold from Pascal Siakam. Boston's in the bonus. Jaylen Brown needs both these. Otherwise, Boston would be ahead. So Jaylen makes the first. 115, 113, Indiana. We're going to take game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals on the road. Jaylen Brown, 20 points, 8 of 16, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. You just got to make these ones at the line. Jaylen Brown's second free throw. As Derrick White was trying to go a la Michael Jordan, finish that one off up a rebound. So down to 55 seconds left to go in the game. Indiana's lead's down to 1 after the free throws. Nembhard. He's got Horford step back from 12. And Jrue Nembhard with a big basket. 117, 114. Derrick White off the back down. And it looks like a foul is called, unless they're calling a timeout. That's what Mike Breen had mentioned. My apologies. So I went with him. He's the elder statesman. 39 seconds. Boston going to take a TO here. Talk it over. Pacers still up 3 after Nembhard's step back. 117.
Whether you call her Abuela, Nana, Yaya, Grand.
Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for the likes as well. It's been a while since we did an NBA game. I want to let everybody know that I still do these. It's just hard when it's working into the playoffs. It's an off day. They're not on the ice tonight. So what better way now than to go ahead and do this game against 2 really high-scoring teams? And honestly, this game has been better than my wildest imagination. I thought after the 12-0 start, and I understand the NBA is a game of runs, but after the 12-0 start, Boston was out in front. They looked good. But the Pacers, they've kept this game in play. They've stayed around it. They've done enough to kind of take the lead late. Boston is taking a timeout. We have 27 seconds left ahead of my count because this ESPN ticker is about 10 seconds ahead of me. But I'll give you the live play-by-play the rest of the way in the game. So 39 seconds. Tatum all alone for 3. He missed it. Nembhard falling down. Haliburton, he lost the ball. What is happening here? So Turner, let me get this back. Tatum had a wide open three at the top of the key, missed it. It was rebounded by Nembhard, and then Haliburton got too overexcited, dribbled and lost the basketball. 20 seconds left to go. Celtics down 3. Here's White. Tries to get to the line. Tatum gets the rebound. He goes too strong off the glass. Turner, he'll get it. They got a foul. And Tatum, Haliburton. 10 seconds left to go. And it certainly looks like the Indiana Pacers, unless there is a miracle here, are going to take game 1. This is a sideline out of bounds because not yet in the bonus. That was the one to give. Do not turn this ball over if you're Indiana. You have one more timeout. So if you feel like you can't get the ball inbounded successfully, you better call it.
Derrick White has an angle. And that little bump of the basketball as Nesmith is flying by, and then Tatum takes a tough one. Turner cleans it up. The Pacers here to not only steal one, but earn one with their toughness and resiliency.
Can we remember that this point guard is 24 years old and navigating his first run through the playoffs, right?
Again, for a young player, such a leader, but he's getting so much help. 7 players again with their averages in the playoffs. They have 37 assists, everybody touching the ball, everybody getting a chance. Pacers were down 13 in the second half.
I just have a feeling as long as this is taking that the Pacers are going to turn this ball over here. Nembhard looking. And this is last touched off the Pacers. Nembhard took too long. He made this pass in there for Turner, and it went off of Turner. So now the Celtics get to call timeout. It's their best. And engineer a three-point play or something going to the line to stop the clock. 8.5 left to go in this fourth. And no, I was not cheating. And looking at the ESPN ticker, that's ahead of my coverage. Nembhard waiting for a pass to open. Siakam got his hands up, but Brown pokes it away. And then off the save, it's last touch. And it certainly looks like it's going to be Boston ball. They call timeout with 117, 114 the scoreline. Pacers up by 3. Boston ball have a chance to tie this game and at least still continue to keep game 1 alive.
I would do it every time, Mike. Every coach is different. Rick Carlisle has had opportunities during the playoffs to do it and hasn't.
Timeouts, Renee.
Tatum walks on the floor. Celtics, the best three-point shooting team in basketball. And a chance to tie it here. Again, they're out of timeout, so they really have to go for 3. Something like a quick 2.
Celtics don't have 8.5 left to go in the fourth. They need a 3. That's what they got to have right now. There is no timeouts, no time for anything else. Jrue Holiday. He'll get it in. Brown forces it against Siakam. Oh, he hit it. Ties the game at 117. And outright call timeout. We're tied. Unbelievable. It's a tie game. 117. Jaylen Brown had to force it. And Siakam, he pretty much did away, making sure he doesn't commit a foul. Jaylen Brown, a cold-blooded game to tie it. 117, hits the 3. 5.7 left to go in this fourth. That is no space at all. Jaylen Brown against. He cans this thing near the right wing side and ties it at 117. Unbelievable. I mean, if he takes any other step, he's sitting right with the fans and the players on the bench.
And his face way of Jaylen Brown. Look, I said this earlier. Middleton hit a three to send it to overtime in that Bucks series in the first round. Carlisle did.
Here's the deal. Tyrese Haliburton hits a buzzer beater in the second and third. And now it looks like Jaylen Brown hits this one to tie the game. 117 with 5.7 left. And if the Pacers don't make this, we're going to need OT. What a way to return. Haliburton, he's got to get it off. Here's a good defense from Tatum. This goes off the outside of the glass. And game one has been so good. We need extra. Let's go to overtime. 117 all.
Business and expenses with great lifestyle. You pay all your employees easily and accurately. And you have a business bank account with market-leading APY. Get the finance for your business on one platform. Now with extra help when you need it. That's how you.
I've always been driven to get money. As a kid, I watched my mom struggle and her sacrifice allowed me to pursue my dreams.
As I said, it's been a couple months since we covered at least anything from the in-season tournament alongside Alec Nava. I haven't covered an NBA basketball 117 all between the Pacers and the Celtics at TD Garden. I couldn't ask for anything more. Again, how many games does this series between the Pacers and Celtics go? You guys are leaning 6 now. That's where I'm leaning as well. I was leaning Celtics in 6. But the Pacers could do a lot if they win this one to change that back to their narrative. So, if you're following along on the ESPN box score, you'll probably be about 20 seconds ahead of me. But I will give you the play-by-play and the game story at hopelesssportsguy.wordpress.com, as I always do if you follow along for the hockey coverage. Probably not there for that, though, because it's basketball. You see me do this for the first. I also do this for basketball and Major League Baseball and collegiate sports. So we're set for overtime. Celtics win the tip. Overtime for game one of the Eastern Conference Finals, tied at 117. It's Derrick White on the right elbow. All sorts of screens trying to buy him space. Nembhard. Tatum off the spin. It's falling out of bounds. Tipped up in the air. Brown lets it go. Too short off the right side of the rim. And now Nembhard ahead for Nesmith. They'll wait for some reinforcements in Tyrese Haliburton. 4:25 left to go in this overtime period. Opportunity here for Nesmith. He'll pull up from 18, too strong, and Jaylen Brown's got it. Left to right will go the Celtics in this OT. They are in the home whites with the green striping. And White, extra pass, Horford 3. And this is too strong, but it goes right to Holiday. Spin. The lane gets blocked off the side of the backboard. He missed the layup. And now they'll say it's going to be Aaron Nesmith and Jrue Holiday. So Holiday off the spin. That was good defense there for Turner to try to get anything close. And it looks like there's going to be a tip. This is toward the Celtics basket. 4 minutes left to go in OT. We're still tied at 117. Nobody scored in the first minute of this overtime. Andrew Nembhard gets the ball. Nembhard, Euro step, and a foul call. So Holiday picks one up. We're still tied at 117. John Under with you on the call. It's been a while since we did an NBA game. Last this team in the in-season tournament, the Pacers and the Celtics. And we're going to do so now in the ECF Game 1. It's been a really fun game. I'm glad this is the result that we got, not the 50-point demolition that the Timberwolves had on the Denver Nuggets in Game 6. Here is Haliburton. Step back three. Not on 121-17 off the left wing. Pacers up by 3. Haliburton 22, 6 of 12 from distance, 10 assists. That's what a point guard should be. 24 years of age as well. Derrick White splits the double. Tatum left wing 3 off the side of the rim. And Myles Turner will clean it up. Tyrese Haliburton slowly right to left. Indiana in the road yellows with the blue striping. Haliburton. One too strong. This is taken away from Nesmith. It looks like Jrue Holiday got hit in the face by Nesmith. He's got his 5th. So Nesmith, and he's out of here. Jrue Holiday hit near his eyes. Jaylen Brown is looking on right. Nesmith. This one bounced up in the air. Nesmith fighting for the ball, the first to get to it. And then just gets a little bit of elbow up on the eyes of Jrue. 3 minutes left to go in the OT. It's Derrick White, Jaylen Brown. He's got Haliburton on him. Half spin, gets to the lane, hits it off glass. 120, 119. Indiana up by 1. Is Nembhard just across the Lucky Leprechaun logo, right to left. Nembhard now. Leave for Siakam. Derrick White showing the double team. Nembhard there. Try to get around Horford. Blocked by Bennedict. Tatum off to the races. And this one is getting from behind. What are they going to say? Shooting foul called against Aaron Nesmith. It looked like Tatum was going to have a wide open dunk, but Nesmith did not give up on the play. He's going to force Tatum to earn it at the line. Good work there for Nesmith. Block there for Al Horford. He just put his paw to block it. And then the other way, Nesmith comes out of nowhere to at least get a foul of it. He's going to jump right at the top and get a piece of the right arm, which is enough for Jayson Tatum to not flush it. So Jayson Tatum at the line for 2. He makes both. It'll give the Celtics the lead one more time. 120 all is the score. 27 points to 7 of 9 now from the line. McConnell will take this one right to left. McConnell, he goes baseline, blocked by Derrick White of all people. And this one will stay with the Pacers. 2:19 left to go in this scintillating OT. It's been an excellent game. Again, I've been covering so much of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You mix in MLB, college affiliates. It's been a while since we've been able to cover an NBA game. Because they're off the ice, we cover this one. This is the only one in the NBA right now. Is they're offsetting between these. It's Haliburton. Shot clock down to 5. Siakam floater. Good defense from White. Horford gets the rebound. Brown gets around everybody. He's got it near the right elbow. This will go back to White. 150 left to go in this OT thereabouts. Celtics up by 1. Can they? A pass just stolen away. Haliburton for 3. He's hit from behind by Derrick White. There was chaos there with 146. But Tyrese Haliburton going to the line to shoot 3 free throws. So Tyrese Haliburton Going to go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. And if he makes, it will give the Pacers a 2-point lead. He's just tied it. And now the Pacers have taken the lead. 122, 121, 146 left to go in this overtime. Tyrese Haliburton looking for point number 25. He's got it. He nails all three. 123, 121, a $140 left to go in this OT. 6 of 6 is Indiana from the line. Boston 19 of 25. 2-point game. Pacers have the lead. Brown. Ball. This will stay with the Celtics. 90 seconds remaining in this OT. If it's still tied, we'll go to double. Joe Muzzulla looking on. A little bit of concern on his face this time. Derrick White will trigger. Now to Tatum, right elbow. He's got to go. He's going to miss. And Derrick White can't get it. He saves it to Holiday. Back to White. Thought about the three. Draws the foul. So Myles Turner will pick up the foul with a $120 left in the OT. 123 up by a pair. This has been an excellent game. Horford now to White. Down to 110. White inside. Tatum. Scoop. Lays it in. And one. 12 left to go in the OT. And Jayson Tatum going to the line for an and one opportunity. He gets around Nembhard, and McConnell gets picked up for the foul. And now the Celtics have a chance to go out in front. Layup, one-handed, lefty style, ties the game. And now number 0 trying to go one greater here and give his team a 1-point lead. Yes, he does. 124, 123. The other 0 and Tyrese Haliburton. We'll take it across the timeline. 105 left to go in this OT. Holiday, he harasses Haliburton, and I think Tyrese Haliburton runs into the scorer's table and turns it over and hits his leg. So Holiday, he gets and he draws Haliburton to go out of bounds to hit the tablets. It's Derrick White. 50 seconds left to go in the OT. Boston up by 1. 124, 123. Derrick White try to get down the lane. Tatum thought about it. Now shoots contested. He knocks it down. Jayson Tatum. 127, 120. And Rick Carlisle's got to take a TO. Haliburton's got to inbound this thing. Siakam, 40 seconds left to go in the OT. Indiana down by 4. And Brown gets the steal. Brown is not yet. Celtics moving this around. And now they finally blow the whistle. Celtics take a TO. Joe Muzzulla does it. 31 seconds left. Celtics up by 4. "31 seconds left to go in the OT. Boston now up by 4. Holiday able to get it in from White, and a foul called. This will stay with the Celtics. 28 seconds left to go in this OT. So Obi Toppin's going to enter the game for Myles Turner. This will still be with the Celtics. Here's Derrick White. 129, 120. Pacers got to go. They got a timeout. 25 seconds left. McConnell lets it bounce. Obi Toppin. He's going to go to try to get a quick basket. Siakam. He's cut off. He lays it in over Horford somehow. And now a pass in from White to Holiday. He gets fouled. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2. 129, 125. It looks like now Celtics will hold off the Indiana Pacers, and it comes down to that old adage. Charles Barkley says it all the time during the TNT coverage, but again, ESPN's carrying the Eastern Conference. If you're up by 3 and it's late, you foul. Do not give them a chance to get the 3 off and have you lose the game. Joe Muzzulla and Jaylen Brown, a chance in the right corner. He knocks it down over Siakam, ties the game. And now Jrue Holiday can ice this thing as he makes another free throw. He gets 28 points, 10 of 16 from field goal. And 125. It is a take foul here for Derrick White. They had one they could use. And it is a 6-point lead for the Boston Celtics. TJ McConnell going to go to the line to shoot 2 with 12.9 left to go in this game. It's free throw disparity that was big. 2 of 28 for the Boston Celtics, and the Pacers not anywhere close to double digits. Going to try to make both of these. He really can't afford to miss it at all. If he does, Indiana's got to get this rebound. He misses the second. It's tapped up, and a foul's called on Tatum. So the Celtics will take a timeout, and this will be Pacers basketball. That's exactly what they need with the clock to stop. So Tatum had Obi Toppin in a bear hug. That's what called the foul. So just, I think, 5/10. Still 12.4 left to go in the OT. This will be Pacers basketball, but the Celtics coach will challenge. So Joe Muzzulla challenge. We'll tell you what it is when we come right back.
saying this, but I don't think there's any chance of that being overturned. And the only argument I guess you could make is that Obi Toppin
He grabs him.
underneath the arm. From the other angle, Tatum has his other arm wrapped as well.
So you got two players wrapped up between Tatum and Toppin. Joe Muzzulla is going to use a challenge. I don't know if he's going to win this one, to be honest with you. I think this one could be pretty clear. Should be Pacer ball. Once I know, I will let you know.
There's a grab on the play there for the loose ball foul stands. The challenge is unsuccessful. Both loses their timeout.
So Joe Muzzulla is not going to win that challenge. He had a timeout to burn. He just burned it anyway. So it's going to be Pacer basketball. TJ McConnell makes 1 and 2, and then Tatum wraps Toppin. So now Obi Toppin gets a chance to go to the line for 2 free throws because of that. 19 shooting free throws, it would be his first 2. So Obi Toppin going to try to make this a 131-128 deficit. First, 12.9 left to go in this overtime. The Pacers, should Toppin make this, will be down 3. Toppin gets set out of Dayton for the second free throw. It's a 3-point deficit for Indiana. They've been trying to hunt this thing to steal game 1 on the road and honestly earn it for the way that they've been playing. Take foul. When is it going to be taken? Down to 8.6. And Tatum is the one that they get to the foul line. So that's not good for Indiana, but Siakam had to do it. You can't just allow the Celtics to kill the rest of this game. And now with 8.6, Jayson Tatum could effectively ice this thing. I feel like I've said that a couple times already, but it's getting close. Indiana did force, I should say Boston did force up by 3. They probably should have fouled. Rick Carlisle elected not to. So 132-128. And now Tatum could make this a 5-point game. He's trying to make it 133-128 with 8.6 left to go in the to Tatum as he's getting MVP chance. Tatum, second free throw, bottoms. It is a 5-point lead for Boston, 133-128. Full court pass. Haliburton lets it go. He misses it. Rebound Boston. It's saved. Boston takes game 1. 133-128. They fight off the Indiana Pacers. Brown ties the game to force OT. Tatum cleans it up, takes it home. Boston survives game 1 at TD Garden. They lead in this Eastern Conference 0. Your final 133-128. Thank you guys for joining me. It was a fantastic game. And as I say sometimes, you certainly know how to pick them. This was a good one. Talk to you guys tomorrow between the Florida Panthers and the New York Rangers. That'll be at MSG. See you then. Peace.
Thanks, Mike. Jaylen, just describe this game for me.
This is shocking me. Indiana, they play so fast. We got to be better going forward, but I give credit to Indiana tonight. They play hella fast. We got to be able to keep up.
Was a good game, guys. I appreciate you joining me in. Again, the Celtics take it 133-128. Your final score. They lead this Eastern Conference final after game 1, 1-0 against the Pacers. Talk to you tomorrow. And between the and the Panthers. See you then. Peace.